What is the future of online drama from a writer's point of view? Well, first and foremost, it's DIY, really. Just get out there and do it yourself.
Because I don't really think that there's much that you do need to know, technically more than what you would do as an avid user of that medium.
Digital mediums allow you to be more free as an audience and also as a producer, because you don't have to follow the rules of gatekeepers. You can create the show that you want to create.
The major thing to think about when you're thinking about online is doing it. Starting your work, either launching into it and doing that method, or doing your planning and getting on with it.
In this day and age, we have no reasons and no excuses not to just get out and make our own stuff. The technology exists, the quality's just as good as professional TV and film stuff. All you need is a good idea, which is obviously always the hard part, a crew that's willing to help you, friends, a bit of money always helps, but you can do it for very cheap.
What you see at the same time is new talent and sometimes old talent. You have established directors picking digital cameras and doing movies for almost no budget. We have David Lynch, you have Francis Ford Coppola that just did a movie 1 or 2 years ago.
Writers now for the future need to start bending their job title so that it encompasses other things like writer/producer, writer/director, writer/web developer.
If you're a TV writer, you don't necessarily need to know how television works. You can do, of course, but you don't need to know. What you do need to know is how it works artistically. What is the form of TV as opposed to the form of cinema or of the theatre?
For centuries, if you want to hear a story, if you want to be entertained, you go to a specific time, to a specific place, being theatre, later on cinema or television. You have to see it at a specific time, in front of a television set, or go to a theatre on a time schedule, and people unite watching content or listen to stories or being entertained. I think now with new devices, with mobile phones, with iPads, with the internet, not only you can pick the story, but you can pick whatever you want to hear the story. So I think we are moving from linear, in a way that you have to tune in at a specific time to watch the story and to be entertained, to something that you can do whatever you want. And then it changes, because sometimes you have a need for 5 minutes of entertainment, other times you have a need for half hour, 1 hour, 2 hours.
Would you plan for working online? I find this easy because I'm quite a technical writer. Let me show you this. So when I'm doing my structure work, my preparation for a script, I don't just launch into it. Some people do, and obviously every writer's different, that's the beauty of it. But I do, if we can just see that there, you don't need to see the detail, but I do a kind of a chart. So these are the sequences here of the film. Now this is for feature film. So you can see if I'm doing all that work, I could easily apply that to online, where perhaps each of these would instead be an episode of a web series.
Short form material seems to be the currency of the web at the moment in terms of sketches or webisodes. You'll get 1 minute, 2 minute sketches or webisodes for stuff, which is fine. People tell you not to do longer stuff, which is probably safe advice, but at the same time, if a project is good enough and the writing is good enough, then it doesn't matter how long your material might be. For example, check out Dr. Horrible when Joss Whedon did that. They're 10 minutes each, I think, the episodes. And at the time, he was told that people will never watch that long a kind of chunk online, and of course they did.
Just kind of start telling the story, perhaps, let's just say, via Twitter. You might start writing in the form of a character and it continue to expand, and see if people, your followers, join in with that experience and are loving it.
Or even if it's something like filming yourself on camera with your home computer. There's lots of people doing that for reviews and other things, but if you're clever with editing or you know, you can edit even just a single piece of the camera in a more engaging and funny way.
You have to go and market in your content. And most of the production companies only want to produce. They don't care about audience, they don't care about marketing, they just care about doing their own thing. And when you as a producer have to do the three things, it's very scary, especially if you are established. For new kids, it's easy because they manage Facebook and social media, they know how to use digital cameras, they know how to use computers, so it's becoming easier and easier for younger generations of creators and artists to use these new media.
Create, make, and distribute. That's all that's available to us right now, so we should just get out there and do it.
Getting our work up there on screen so people can see it. That's what it's about. Otherwise we're just talking to ourselves in a room.
So get out there, get online, and have fun.